Today I'm going to make another tumbler because I've been asked to make another tumbler by somebody, but they want it quite quickly. So I've got a couple of tips to show you and something really exciting to show you about how you can get a tumbler done in just a few hours. Now, as you know, I like to clean all my tumblers before I do anything with them, and I do that using 99% alcohol. All I do is go over this like this, all the way around to get rid of any grease or anything that's going to cause me a problem. Doesn't take many seconds to do. The other thing I like to do is tape off the top because I don't like the idea of resin or paint coming into contact with people and their mouths. So I use a masking tape to go all the way around, lining it up. And then I put a bit around the rim as well. There we go. So that's all nice and covered. Now, I'm going to spray this one black first before I do anything with it because I want it to have a black base. So I've been asked to make this as a rainbow colour, and the closest I can get to the rainbow colours are these. All I've done is covered my foam insert in some masking tape. It just helps to keep it clean. I've got a little tray here to work on as well. Then all the resin that I use that pours into this I can use once it's cured for something else, jewelry and bits and pieces. What I've got here is a tumbler curing machine, and you can have two machines going at once. So you pop that in there like that, pop that on the front, and then set it to start. It comes with everything you need, including the silicone mat, and it's so easy to put together. So this has worked really well. It's covered and it's now dry, and what I'm going to do is push my insert into the middle. I always find it goes in much easier as well, which is a bit of a hack if you've taped it. Makes such a big difference. Now push that on there, leaving enough space, and that's a perfect positioning mark on there with a permanent pen so I know exactly where it has to go going in the future. I like to have it rotating so then I don't accidentally start to pour without it rotating. I'm using the Crystal Clear by T Expert. I love this resin. It is without a doubt the best resin I've ever used on tumblers. And now I've kept them in order because if not I will lose track of what they are. And now all I'm going to do is do some random pouring. Doesn't matter if it overlaps anywhere. I don't know why they wanted a base coat of black, but they did. So I've only done what they've wished for. Gonna make a great skin on here. Now what I'm gonna do is leave that to roll for about 5 minutes to let any of the excess that was on there come off. Have a little tidy up as well of all my mess, because you know me, I love to make a mess. And then I'm going to pop it in the machine and get the machine to do its thing. I am excited. So that's stopped dripping now a little bit. Even if it drips a bit more, it's not going to make much difference because I'm working on silicone mats, and I have a silicone mat in here that they've provided. All I need to do now is pop that into there, and that's working quite well in there. Stick my front on. And that's got magnets in there as well. Plug it in and then turn it on. And there's a little light in there as well, which lights up as you're using it. Now, I may put something in front of that just so all the hot air doesn't come out. So I'm going to pop a bit of cardboard just in front of that. I don't know if it's necessary. And if you're using two of the machines, I would have thought it wasn't necessary at all. So I noticed that all these colours were just merging in, and I think it was the way I was doing it. So what I have done is I've gone over it and sprinkled some lines of glitter of those colours. I didn't want you to think I'd done a completely different mug. I did make a bit of a mess when sprinkling them though. And hopefully that'll sit in there a little bit more and be more distinct. That's had 2 hours now, and it's lovely and dry and ready for me to put my top coat on. This isn't cured because this didn't go in the machine, so that's still quite soft. Is anybody else as forgetful as me? Because I nearly forgot to put the stickers on this before I put the top layer on, and they want them put on here randomly. Cut them out on my Cricut, and then I can just put them around anywhere that I want to onto this resin, and it will stick lovely. And then once I put my clear coat over the top, you will have that wherever you want it. We have a lot of American air bases near where we live, and because this is for a little American girl who loves rainbows, then I've used the American spellings, because why would I use the English ones? That would be just rude. Okay, so I'm now ready to put my top coat on, and all I do is pour it on like this, and then I make sure it's fully spread all over. It doesn't have to be a thick coat, this one. In fact, none of them have to be thick coats. As long as you're really covering it completely everywhere, then you're okay. And again, I'll let that run for a couple of minutes. And this time I'm going to do something slightly different with the machine. I'm going to clean up my tape a little bit here. Take some of that resin off that. Check it's fully covered anywhere and I haven't got any spots. Nope. Should be all okay now. So now I'm going to remove my little drip tray. Let that cure up overnight. Pop this in here. So now we've got it back in. I'm not bothering to put the cover on. I don't think it needs it, actually. It cured really quickly before. We've made a mug now in less than 5 hours, and that includes all the other bits that I've done, curing up and decorating the mug. And if you had a double spinner or you had 2 spinners and you were making mugs for sale, you could get 4 in out completely finished. You probably get 2 lots in a day, and that's good going, I think. So we'll leave that going and we'll come back to that in a couple of hours and we'll see how we get on. Well, this has had about 3/4 of an hour now. So what I'm going to do is remove my tape from here. And I always do that before it gets fully cured up. And because it's curing up quicker, then this needs to be removed earlier. And the reason I do that is so that you don't get a really solid line that's going across. Because that's cured enough now not to have to worry about that moving up onto this area. And that will still give us a lovely crisp line, as you can see there. And now all I need to do is pop that back in there, put my little door on, and it has made no difference. I didn't need to put that there. That was just me being over cautious, I think, and leave it for the rest of the time. Well, this is all finished now, so I'm ready to take this out, and it comes out quite easily. There we go. And everything that had dripped off is caught on that mat as well, so there's no mess inside. And I'm going to keep that mat with it so I know where it is at all times, because if not, I know I'm going to lose it. I'm just going to have a bit of a tidy up and then I'll show you what it looks like. I'm all ready now to take this off. And there's the actual finished piece. Rainbow. It's very rainbow coloured now. And also with all the little slogans on. So rainbow, rainbow time. My favourite colour is rainbow. I'm really pleased with how that's come out. And I think she will absolutely love it. We've got a lovely, clean, easy to use resin tumbler purer. I love it. I'm so pleased with it. It has sped up not only me making this video, but also making this tumbler. The colours have come out really, really well. I'm no expert in making tumblers. I just make basic ones like this, but I love it. Thank you to everyone that got me a coffee last month as well. If you'd like to buy me a coffee just to say thank you, it does allow me to keep buying these sorts of things and testing them out for you. Then the link for that is in the description below. Also, a massive thank you to all my members whose names will come up at the end of this video. And if you'd like to become a member of my channel, then the link for that is in the description below. And you too can benefit from all the benefits. We're going to have a live stream soon talking about how to set up YouTube as a crafter. And that should be fun. Be sure to check out the video that I've got coming up next. I will link another tumbling video as well, because I think that'd be really useful for anybody that likes tumblers or wants to get into making tumblers. I will link everything that I've used today in the description below and the tumbler curer, and if I've got a discount code, I'll link that in the description as well. Take care, enjoy your resin. Bye.